Hello students, welcome to Dr. Deepa Dhake's NEET Biology, and in today's session we begins with new chapter from the unit 3rd of class 11. The new chapter is biomolecule. So in this chapter we discuss about the different kinds of biomolecules which are present in living system. First, when we study with the topic on chapter biomolecules, so mostly first thing is that the students are leave this topic as it is because somewhat this chapter है आपका chemistry background से है. So in biology students are not having as such interest in studying the biomolecules. So not to leave that topic as it is because for NEET exam, theory exams के लिए आप छोड़ सकते हैं or you can prepare some of the important questions for theory, but for objective purpose and NEET exam this is one of the most important topic because this is the base for your next chapter digestion or nutrition we study in human physiology. So already जो students पढ़ चुके हैं digestion के chapters, they feel when we study the physiology of digestion, so in physiology of digestion we have some difficulties students को आती है generally because the section biomolecule is not clear to them. तो थोड़ा connect रहिए channel के साथ at least for biomolecule sessions, and one by one in every session we discuss about the one biomolecule. अब देखिए जब हम biomolecule को start करते हैं तो what is biomolecule? So simply you remember carbon containing compounds present in living systems or inside the cell. Those molecules which contain carbon, those molecules are mainly called as biomolecules. According to their molecular weight, आप two types के biomolecules study करते हैं, micro and macro biomolecules. Micro biomolecule means simply you remember the biomolecule whose molecular weight ranges between 18 Dalton to 800 Dalton. या maximum molecular weight कितना होगा molecules का? When up to 1000 Dalton, then those biomolecules are placed in micromolecules. 11th में आपको mainly जो study करना है that we discuss about the macrobiomolecules or macromolecules like carbohydrate, proteins, fats आप study कर रहे हैं. All these are the macromolecules. अब जब आप macromolecules की तरफ आते हैं तो यहाँ पे देखिए weight क्या होगा इनका. The weight is ranges in between 1000 Dalton to 10,000 Dalton. Only some exceptions are there in case of the lipids or fatty acid. So now is it clear to all that how one can differentiate between the micro and macro biomolecules? Secondly, introductory part I am not going to discuss here from NCERT. So you go through the introduction. Acid soluble pools are provided there, acid insoluble pools are provided there. So these are the general parts. We directly begins with the carbohydrate in today's session. तो आज जो हम मेनली डिस्कस करेंगे आज के सेशन में वो कार्बोहाइड्रेट को डिस्कस करेंगे. एनसीईआरटी के थ्रू अगर आप जाते हैं तो क्वाइट कंफ्यूजिंग है चैप्टर बिकॉज एनसीईआरटी में फर्स्ट आपको मोनोमर्स को एक्सप्लेन किया है, आफ्टर दैट दे एक्सप्लेन द पॉलीमर्स and then after they come towards the function of each and every polymeric biomolecules, but we straight away come towards the carbohydrate as a macromolecule. When we study about carbohydrate तो देखिए carbohydrate आप कहाँ पे study करते हैं mainly glucose, sucrose, normal sugars जो आप use कर रहे हैं, all the normal sugars are comes under the class of biomolecule that is carbohydrate. So carbohydrate you remember carbohydrates are sweet in taste, therefore they commonly called as either they called as glycans or they commonly called as sugar. First thing you remember. Secondly, when we come towards the carbohydrate, what is carbohydrate? Carbohydrates are polyhydroxy alcohols or ketones. This part you remember. Polyhydroxy alcohols or polyhydroxy ketones are commonly called as carbohydrate, and here alcohol I am saying, polyhydroxy aldehydes and polyhydroxy ketones, you remember, are the biomolecules which stand as a carbohydrate. Now when we come study about the carbohydrate, so general formula you remember, general formula for carbohydrate is CnH2nOn, and this general formula is mainly for monosaccharides. So that part you remember when we study about monosaccharides, so we use this general formula. So simply you remember, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स प्रीडोमिनेटली एनर्जी मॉलिक्यूल्स के फॉर्म में यूज हो रहे हैं, एज वेल एज दे यूज्ड एज अ स्टोरेज कंपाउंड एंड स्ट्रक्चरल एलिमेंट. स्ट्रक्चरल एलिमेंट मीन्स सेल्यूलोज, काइटिन, that we study chitin, we study in fungal cell wall, and cellulose is present in cell wall of the plants. So that we study as a structural compounds which are present as a carbohydrate in cells. So here when we come towards the carbohydrates, so carbohydrate you remember monosaccharide general formula, and secondly predominantly one test universally we use for the detection of carbohydrate. So for exam purpose you remember Fehling test is predominantly used to detect the presence of monosaccharide, that is predominantly for the detection of glucose, one thing you remember, and the universal test for the presence of starch is iodine test. So iodine test you remember, iodine test is predominantly we use to detect the presence of starch. So this part you remember. Now we come towards the classification of carbohydrate, because entire carbohydrate as a biomolecule we study according to its classification. When we come towards the classification, so here you remember carbohydrate is divided into three classes. The first is monosaccharide, second oligosaccharide, and the third class of the carbohydrate is called as polysaccharides. So monosaccharide, oligosaccharide and polysaccharides are the three groups or three classes of the carbohydrate. First we discuss about the monosaccharides. When we come towards the monosaccharide, so here you remember monosaccharides are single unit carbohydrate. That means generally when आप स्टडी करते हैं कार्बोहाइड्रेट को, तो आप कहते हैं कि when we dissolve the carbohydrate in water, so they will lead to production of carbon dioxide and water molecules. But in monosaccharides you remember, whenever we dissolve the monosaccharide, they never break down into the smaller subunits or monomeric unit. They simply releases the carbon dioxide and water. So this part you remember. Here monosaccharides are predominantly you remember the ranges between 3 carbon to 7 carbon sugars or molecules. This part you remember. So in monosaccharide the carbons are ranges from 3 carbon compound to 7 carbon compound. General formula monosaccharide you remember, it is CnH2nOn, as well as these monosaccharides you remember they are present in aldehyde form, so they are called as aldose, or they are present in ketone form, then the sugars are called as ketos. Keto group is as a functional group, then they are called as ketos. Now we come towards the what are the different monosaccharides present in plant. Now we study the different types of monosaccharides. Single unit sugars are commonly called as monosaccharide. When they dissolve in water, they simply release as carbon dioxide and water. Secondly, when we come towards monosaccharides, so you remember, they ranges between 3 carbon to 7 carbon atoms, and first simplest form of monosaccharide is a triose sugar. It is 3 carbon sugar. एंड यहाँ पे याद रखिए when we study about the triose sugar और 3 carbon sugar और any of the monosaccharides को जब हम स्टडी कर रहे हैं तो यहाँ पर मेनली ये याद रखिएगा कि both examples हम स्टडी करते हैं that aldose as well as ketos के लिए. So triose you remember general formula C3H6O3 and 2 forms में अगर आप स्टडी कर रहे हैं so glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate और G3P आप कह रहे हैं glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is aldose sugar and dihydroxyacetone phosphate is remember ketose sugar. ये दोनों फॉर्म्स आप स्टडी करते हैं ग्लाइकोलिसिस पाथवे में. सेकेंड आपका है शुगर मोनोसेकेराइड में दैट इज द टेट्रोज शुगर. सो टेट्रोज आप याद रखिए टेट्रोज इज 4 कार्बन शुगर or 4 carbon containing monosaccharide. Tetrose is also present in 2 forms. Aldose form को हम कह रहे हैं erythrose sugar is commonly tetrose and erythrulose अगर word आ रहा है so erythrulose you remember it is a ketose form of the 4 carbon sugar. Third type of monosaccharide you remember the most common and most important monosaccharide is pentose. Pentose generally आप याद रखिए 5 कार्बन शुगर है. एंड सेकेंडली pentose जब आप स्टडी कर रहे हैं so DNA एंड RNA स्ट्रक्चर स्टडी करते हैं. So in the structure of DNA and RNA mainly sugars are present that is pentose sugar. So pentose is commonly called as nucleic acid sugar and pentose you remember 2 forms में present है. Ribose आपका aldose sugar का फॉर्म है एंड राइबुलोज आप स्टडी करते हैं राइबुलोज 1,5-biphosphate और RUBP आप कह रहे हैं. सो राइबुलोज यू रिमेंबर दिस इज द कीटोज शुगर. राइबुलोज आप पढ़ेंगे C3 प्लांट्स एंड C4 प्लांट्स फोटोसिंथेसिस स्टडी करते हैं. सो इन C3 साइकिल हम स्टडी करते हैं कि राइबुलोज 1,5-biphosphate इज अ फर्स्ट CO2 एक्सेप्टर. राइबोज यू कॉमनली रिमेंबर राइबोज आपके पास है RNA शुगर के फॉर्म में. इट इज कॉमनली द शुगर ऑफ RNA एंड इन DNA ऑल फॉर ऑल याद रखिएगा जितने भी पेंटोज है जनरल फॉर्मूला पेंटोज के लिए होगा C5H10O5. ओके बट the deoxyribose sugar is exception for all the monosaccharides or all the carbohydrates because deoxyribose sugar if you go through the formula so here C5H10O4 is there. So this is the exceptional sugar which never follow the CnH2nOn general formula of the sugars or monosaccharide. तो ये पार्ट याद रखिए deoxyribose sugar आपका कहाँ पर प्रेजेंट है. This sugar is mainly present in DNA. So it is commonly called as DNA sugar. Next अब हम आते हैं 4th नंबर का जो आपका मोनोसेकेराइड है that is again important pentose and hexose. आप मेनली याद रखिए. So next is hexose sugar that is 6 carbon sugars are commonly called as hexose. जनरल फॉर्मूला यहाँ पे आप सभी को क्लियर होगा ग्लूकोज के लिए C6H12O6. ठीक है. अब हेक्सोज जब आप आते हैं तो हेक्सोज में देखिए यहाँ पे इन केस ऑफ हेक्सोज आपके पास 2 एग्जाम्पल्स हेक्सोज शुगर के कॉमनली पढ़ते आ रहे हैं आप ग्लूकोज एंड द सेकेंड इज फ्रक्टोज. नाउ हियर यू रिमेम्बर व्हाट इज द बेसिक, ये आपका जो स्टूडेंट्स 11th थ्योरी के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, सो दे आल्सो प्रिपेयर दिस क्वेश्चन फॉर द practical viva purpose, that how the glucose and fructose are differ, because structure both they are C6H12O6. So glucose, you remember glucose is a aldose sugar and fructose is आपका कैसे है कीटोस शुगर. सेकेंडली ग्लूकोज के जो मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं, द मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ ग्लूकोज आर प्रेजेंट इन hexagonal ring structure and these rings are called as pyranose rings. But when we come towards the fructose, fructose is present in 5-member ring and these rings are commonly called as furanose ring. तो ये पार्ट डिफरेंस आप याद रखिएगा. दिस इज द जनरल आपका स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ करते हैं ग्लूकोज के लिए इन द फॉर्म ऑफ 6-member रिंग. हियर वी ड्रॉ इन द फॉर्म ऑफ 5-member रिंग. आफ्टर दैट देखिए हेक्सोस के बाद नेक्स्ट आपका जो है 7 कार्बन एटम की तरफ हम आते हैं. दिस इज द लास्ट मोनोसेकेराइड. दैट 7 कार्बन मोनोसेकेराइड इज कॉल्ड एज हेप्टोज और हेप्टुलोज भी हम कह रहे हैं. So heptose or heptulose 7 carbon sugar. 7 carbon sugar we only appear during the C3 pathway in plants. And here two forms you remember heptose के, एक आपका होता है pseudo और pseudo भी आपको लिखा हुआ मिलेगा. pseudo heptose और pseudo heptulose. So this part you remember very well for monosaccharides. Okay, तो कार्बोहाइड्रेट में फर्स्ट हमने कंप्लीट किया है मोनोसेकेराइड्स को. कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स अगेन रिवाइज कर लीजिए. कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स आपके क्या है? कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स आर मेनली कार्बन कंटेनिंग मॉलिक्यूल्स along with carbon, hydrogen and oxygens are also present. रेशियो यहाँ पे याद रखिए कार्बन हाइड्रोजन ऑक्सीजन का. द फॉर्मूला इफ यू गो थ्रू द फॉर्मूला, सो रेशियो ऑफ कार्बन हाइड्रोजन ऑक्सीजन इज 1:2:1. So this part you remember for the, and this much number of carbohydrate you remember for the monosaccharide. Now we come towards the oligosaccharide and then we study about the polysaccharides. Students, now we come towards oligosaccharide, the second kinds of carbohydrate. Oligosaccharides when we study, so here you remember a type of carbohydrate when hydrolyzed or dissolved in water, so they releases the single units or monomeric units from which they are formed. So simply you remember कि जब भी आप oligosaccharides को water में dissolve करते हैं, upon dissolving in water, ओलिगोसेकेराइड्स जिन मोनोसेकेराइड्स के थ्रू और मोनोमेरिक यूनिट्स के थ्रू फॉर्म है, उन यूनिट्स को वो क्या करेंगे? वाटर में रिलीज करते हैं. ओलिगोसेकेराइड्स का मीनिंग आप एक तो याद रखिए, दे फॉर्म बाय मोनोसेकेराइड्स एज monomer units. First thing you remember this. Secondly, how many monomers are present? So here you remember 2 to 9 monomeric unit. This number you remember very well for objective exams. 2 to 9 monomeric units are present in oligosaccharide. Secondly, when we study the oligosaccharide, so these monosaccharides or monomer units bind together. So binding you remember is take place by glycosidic bond. So glycosidic bond you remember is present between monomers. This part you remember. Now some of the common example of oligosaccharides when we discuss. So most common example you remember glycosidic bond. first हम आते हैं. glycosidic bond is of two type. 1,4 alpha linkage we say, that is formed in between the first carbon atom of the glucose molecule and the next glucose molecule contribute its fourth carbon atom. as well as second, the 1,6 linkage, 1,6 is beta linkage. 1,4 linkage is mainly responsible for the formation of linear molecules, and 1,6 linkage whenever present. So 1,6 glycosidic linkage is predominantly present in polysaccharide. Oligosaccharide हम यहाँ पे study कर रहे हैं. So oligosaccharides only show the 1,4 linkage. Now here example के तरफ हम आते हैं. When we come towards the example for oligosaccharide, one of the most common example for oligosaccharide we study sucrose. It is commonly called as disaccharide. Why it is called disaccharide? Because it is formed by the two units sucrose when break down. So it releases one molecule of glucose and one molecule of fructose. So one unit glucose and one unit of fructose when combined, then it will lead to the formation of sucrose. Second, you remember, second example, most important example is lactose. Lactose commonly called as milk sugar, and it is formed by one molecule of galactose and one molecule of glucose. So glucose and galactose when combined, so upon formation of glycosidic linkage between galactose and glucose, the lactose is formed. I am not going to explain the structures for glycosidic linkage, otherwise the session become too long. So here only you remember the subunits, what are the subunits are there. And secondly, maltose आप study कर रहे हैं. So maltose is again one example. Maltose is made up of two subunits of glucose. So glucose plus glucose when combined with 1,4 glycosidic linkage, then the molecule of maltose is formed. Simple terms here you remember. This is the first carbon atom of sugar, second carbon atom, third carbon atom, fourth carbon atom, fifth carbon atom, and here the sixth carbon atom is there. When the first carbon atom of the sugar is participate with the next carbon, fourth carbon of the sugar, this is the fourth carbon, in this way you remember, then this linkage is called as 1,4 alpha linkage. Two moiety of glucose or units of glucose when combined, then one molecule is formed that is called as maltose. So this part you remember for the oligosaccharide. Now we study about the third type of carbohydrate, that is polysaccharide. If you go through the NCERT for carbohydrate, so in NCERT mainly polysaccharides are explained because we discuss mainly about the macromolecules, and predominantly polysaccharides are comes under the macromolecules. Polysaccharide means क्या होंगे आपके, when more than 10 units of the monomers or monosaccharides are present. More than 10, it doesn't mean 100 or 200. More than 10 means nearly 10,000 units, 1,000 to 10,000 units of glucose combined with each other, or glucose and fructose combined with each other. Then one large polymer is formed. That large polymer is called as polysaccharide. So now we come towards the discussion for polysaccharides. क्लियर है, पॉलीसैकेराइड्स हम स्टडी कर रहे हैं. सो दे आर पॉलीमर्स ऑफ monomeric units second more than 10 monomers are present. Commonly this number ranges between 1,000 to 10,000. Both linkage are present in polysaccharide, that is 1,4 and 1,6. 1,4 linkage you remember, 1,4 alpha linkage form linear chains of polysaccharide, and these linear chains are generally unbranched. Whenever polysaccharides are branched, as you appear in glycogen, you go through the NCERT, diagram for glycogen is provided, and in that diagram branching is shown. Branching is mainly take place at the site of branching, you remember 1,6 beta linkage is present, and this beta 1,6 beta linkage is responsible for branching in chain. So at the site of branching specifically, you remember 1,6 beta linkage is present. Now when we come towards the polysaccharides, so polysaccharides, you remember polysaccharides are divided into mainly two broad categories में. एक तो आप स्टडी करते हैं homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Homopolysaccharide means when polysaccharide is made up of similar kinds of monomeric unit, only glucose is present, none another monomer is present, then that is called homopolysaccharide. Heteropolysacharide means along with glucose or along with one monomer another units are present, then it is called as heteropolysaccharide. Mainly cellulose आप याद रखिए homopolymers हैं आपके glucose के, but cellulose when we study, so cellulose is present और cellulose आपका form होते हैं, cellulose is formed by amylose and amylopectin. So two different chains are there, amylose and amylopectin, but both amylose and amylopectin, you remember, they are formed by the glucose subunits. Similarly, glycogen is also formed by the glucose subunits. So here when we discuss about the polysaccharide, so here I am not going to study about the homo and heteropolysaccharide. Here according to their function, polysaccharides are commonly divided as storage polysaccharides and structural polysaccharide. So storage polysaccharide and structural polysaccharide name से clear है. The polysaccharide which play significant role in storage of food, then it is called as storage polysaccharide. Starch and glycogen mainly comes under this category. When we come towards structural polysaccharide, so cellulose and chitin, you remember, cellulose and chitin are the structural polysaccharide because उनका cellulose and chitin का main function क्या है? Formation of cell wall. Cellulose forms cell wall in plants and chitin one of the most abundant आप कहते हैं, second abundant आपका carbohydrate है, that is chitin. It is present in the cell wall of fungi as well as it present in the exoskeleton of arthropoda. Arthropoda phylum आप याद रखिए, arthropoda phylum में exoskeleton of arthropods is also made up of chitin. Chitinous plate आप पढ़ते हैं cockroach में, so that you remember. अब यहाँ पे देखिए storage polysaccharide जब आप स्टडी कर रहे हैं, so one storage polysaccharide is starch. Starch is a polymer of glucose. Starch में two types के chain होंगे आपके, clear है? One chain is present in this way, this is called as amylose, and another is present in linear as well as branched form में present होंगे, so these are called as amylopectin. This part you remember, and both combine to form starch. Both the subunits are formed by glucose monomeric unit as well as 1,4 and 1,6 linkage. So predominantly आप याद रखिए starch में आपको 1,4 linkage is predominantly present. When we come towards the iodine test, iodine test is a universal test. Literature में भी हमने introduction में study किया था. So iodine, you remember, iodine test when we perform, so it gives dark blue or navy blue color for the starch. This part you remember, starch predominantly store in plants. Second example हम study कर रहे हैं. The second example is glycogen. Glycogen is commonly called as animal starch. ये part याद रखिए. Secondly, in animals and humans, glycogen is stored inside liver as well as it's stored inside the muscles. Important part यहाँ पे याद रखिए, when we perform the iodine test, so iodine test when we perform for glycogen, so it gives the red color for the presence of glycogen. Some reasons are there, and because of that chemical structure, the iodine starch gives the blue color and iodine gives the red color with glycogen. This part you remember. When we come toward the structural polysaccharide में first structural polysaccharide you remember there is cellulose. ये अब आप सभी को क्लियर है. Cellulose is predominantly present in the wall of plants. In polysaccharide, structural polysaccharide you remember, that is chitin. Chitin you remember, chitin is predominantly present in fungal walls. The wall of fungi is made up of chitin, and exoskeleton of arthropods or insects you remember is also made up of chitin. Chitin, when we study, chitin is complex homopolymer we say, and chitin you remember, this question is already asked in NEET, that the chitin is a polymer of, so chitin is polymer of NAG or it is N-acetyl glucosamine. When we study about the wall composition in bacteria, at that time we study NAG. So that NAG you remember, N-acetyl glucosamine. N-acetyl glucosamine is a monomeric unit and responsible for the chitin. So this part you mainly remember for the biomolecules and polysaccharide. Now another polysaccharides भी आपने study किए. In class 11th you recall the algae sections में 11th के ही syllabus का है. In algae we study the some of the important compounds, that is carrageenan, agar-agar, algene are obtained from the red as well as brown alga. So all these agar-agar predominantly you remember, agar-agar is obtained from Gelidium and Gracilaria. So क्वेश्चन व्हेन फ्रेम इन नीट, तो नीट में क्वेश्चन आपका हो सकता है कि क्वेश्चन अगार अगार के लिए है, बट उसको लिंक करेंगे बायोमोलिक्यूल्स के साथ. एंड क्वेश्चन इज रेस्ड कि अगार अगार इज अ काइंड ऑफ मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल. सो अगार अगार यू ऑल्सो रिमेम्बर इट इज अ म्यूकोपॉलीसेकेराइड. गैलेक्टोज मेनली प्रेजेंट होते हैं यूनिट्स के फॉर्म में, एंड अगार अगार इज ऑब्टेन, दैट ऑल्सो आपको याद ही होगा, इट इज ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम द जेलिडियम एंड ग्रेसिलेरिया. So algene, carrageenan, agar-agar, all they are mostly comes under the category of mucopolysaccharide. Another polysaccharide के लिए question आ रहा है repeatedly, that is inulin. Inulin you remember, inulin is comes under the storage polysaccharide, and inulin we obtain from the bulbs of Dahlia plant, and that inulin predominantly used in clinical diagnosis of the normal functioning of the nephrons or kidneys. So that part you remember. Inulin is also the third kind of polysaccharide, but the inulin is in very short provided in NCERT. So this much you remember for the carbohydrate. First you remember monosaccharide. When 2 to 9 monosaccharides are combined, then they will responsible for oligosaccharide. And more than 10 units of monosaccharide when combined with glycosidic bonds, then it will lead to the formation of polysaccharide. With this, I sum up my sessions. Today's session अब हम finish करते हैं. One time you go through the NCERT. Polysaccharides को केवल पढ़ना है, carbohydrates के लिए यहाँ पे याद रखिएगा, because NCERT में पहले monomeric units explain किए हैं, and then after they come towards the macromolecule section. So you directly go towards the polysaccharide for the biomolecule carbohydrate. Okay, and in next session we first study about the monomeric unit of protein, that is amino acids हैं. तो पहले हम अमीनो एसिड्स को स्टडी करेंगे, एंटायर स्ट्रक्चर अमीनो एसिड्स का स्टडी करते हैं। व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड ज़्विटर-आयन फॉर्म आपका दिया है एनसीईआरटी में, सो व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड ज़्विटर-आयन फॉर्म एंड डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ अमीनो एसिड्स को स्टडी करना है कि एसिडिक अमीनो एसिड्स, अल्कलाइन और बेसिक अमीनो एसिड्स क्या है एंड न्यूट्रल अमीनो एसिड्स क्या है। सो अप टू नेक्स्ट सेशन चैनल के साथ कनेक्ट रहिए। द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर न्यू फॉर द सेशन, they kindly subscribe the channel, like my videos, share my videos, and if you have any doubts and difficulty, so kindly ask those difficulties and doubts in comment box. जो नीट के स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको स्पेशली कहूंगी कि डेट अब डिसाइड हो गई है, कोई भी कंट्रोवर्सीज नहीं है, 13 सितंबर को ही होना है। तो अब आप अपने प्रिपरेशन को बूस्ट कर दीजिए, बहुत जितना ज्यादा से ज्यादा टाइम हो सकता है स्टडीज को दीजिए, एंड ओनली यू पे अटेंशन ऑन द रिवीजन पोर्शन, नॉट टू गो टुवर्ड्स द एनी न्यू मटेरियल एंड न्यू रिवीजन फ्रॉम द एनी अनदर स्टडी मटेरियल। एंड अप टू नेक्स्ट सेशन, वर्क हार्ड, बी ऑनेस्ट एंड स्टे मोटिवेटेड।